Why are we finding more Zimbabwean girls going for Nigerian men? Because you have ruled out money. So what do you want from this guy? What do you want from this guy?
They are romantic.
I think number one on the list is they are more feminine. They are more feminine. They've retained their feminine nature and upbringing, whereas the Nigerian girls, they've lost their femininity to lack it.
To say Nigerian boys, they don't hesitate on a woman.
Right.
They use money.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being romantic. So, but a big number of Zimbabwean men buy flowers. But you know why they stopped buying flowers?
Okay.
You buy flowers and this girl say, what do I do with the flowers? So you buy flowers for a Zimbabwean woman, probably spend like 60, 80 pounds, 120 or 200. Then you find those flowers thrown everywhere. I tell you a very fun story. My friend just got married and he decided to be romantic to his wife. So it was on Valentine and he decided to prepare dinner under the candle for his wife. His wife is coming, lights off, candle, everything.
Oh, wow.
And the woman was like, she wanted to put on the lights, and she said, you are trying to be American. You are not American. You have killed my romance. But even that Nigerian man,
The House of Nigerian.
Viewers, this is House of Nigerian. My name is Tessa. I'm your host, and with me is my co-host,
Great Twin, aka Gigi.
Woo! Hello, Gigi. Hi, guys. Welcome to House of Nigerian. Today we have two panelists with us. We have Elder Tawanda Sarireni, all the way from Zimbabwe, and Reverend John Adejibe, based right here in the UK, but he was born in Nigeria. Welcome, Reverend.
Thank you, and welcome, viewers.
As we already know, House of Nigerian is a podcast for celebrating the fusion of the great cultures of Africa through marriages, immigration, and all the likes. And we have obviously our Nigerian and Zimbabwean representatives with us here today. So today we want to talk about intermarriages, because we've seen that there is a growing trend of intermarriages between Nigerians and Zimbabweans especially. And just to throw it out there, I am actually married to a Nigerian. So we want to spotlight reasons as to why this is a growing trend, especially in the advanced countries like the United Kingdom. It's a free floor section. So Elder, over to you. Why do you think it is that our young girls are marrying the Nigerian guy?
Of Nigeria. We are taking over.
Of the camera, Pastor asked the question. Probably it's best I start on that question.
Yeah. Great.
His question was, do you approve Nigerian Zimbabwean marriage?
Right.
So, Pastor, let me take this opportunity to answer you.
Okay.
I don't believe there's a Zimbabwean Nigerian marriage.
Okay.
If there's a marriage, as I strongly believe that all marriages are from God.
Okay.
So I haven't got to a situation or a position where I'm able to define this is Nigeria's marriage. When Tessa called me and say, Elder, I found a man that I love who's gonna marry me. He told me the name. Tessa, I never asked the nationality. Because to me, what is important is she had found someone that she loves.
Wow.
So it does not come across my mind as a Nigeria-Zimbabwe marriage. I see the union of two people who love God, a man and a wife. And all I said in my heart is, because Tessa has been working for God so much, I've even done some outreach with her at the farms there, and she was preaching to the farm workers. And my prayer was always, God, I pray that this girl finds someone who loves God like her. And God knew that he was going to provide her with a pastor. But then you asked about why I think there's a growing trend
Yes.
of intermarriages. So for people to marry, they have to meet.
Oh, words.
Now, if you are in Zimbabwe
Yeah.
and you don't meet Nigerians, the chances of you marrying a Nigerian is very, very small.
Yeah.
Unless if God tells you and say fly to Lagos, you see a woman like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think there is a growing trend, which is proof that people are people, like Baba Gutes always say.
Yes.
You see someone you love, you see someone you're attracted to. If you are serious, you don't go and say, are you Nigerian or are you Zimbabwean? You are not asking their nationality. God has spoken to you about that woman, or you are attracted to a person. You go and approach them. The reason why there tend to be a lot of these intermarriages, because the world has become smaller, either through the internet.
Yeah.
I saw on social media, I am lady so and so, 35 years, I'm from Nigeria, I'm single and searching. The people who read those messages, they are not only Nigerians, every man who is available.
Yes. Yes.
So the world has gone smaller.
Yeah.
Through social media.
Yeah.
And also for you guys here in the diaspora, England is a cosmopolitan society.
Yeah.
You meet Indians, when I came from Zimbabwe, when I was going to university, for the first time in my class, I had Nigerians, I had Indians, I had Chinese,
Wow.
I had Americans.
Wow.
And because we were together in class,
Yeah.
then you get to share, and then you get attracted to someone. So the marriages are happening because of how small the world has become.
That's amazing. My co-hosts, I'll pick on you a little because I know you're single. So if a guy is approaching you, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it nationality? Is it looks? What is it? What's your first thought?
Well, when I was a little bit younger, I would say.
Now I'm older and wiser.
When I was a little bit younger, I would say he has to be tall, he has to be this, he has to be this. But now it's more than where he comes from or all of that. Now it's a lot more deeper than that. But first things first, he has to have a relationship with God. Besides where he comes from or what type of job he has, is he short, is he tall? It's no longer about that. But at some point it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reverend, over to you, sir.
One elder has wriggled out of the question and has not, we in Nigeria, we say Nigeria know they carry last. He has not recognized the fact that Nigerians have come over to carry first. With Zimbabwe women. So he doesn't want to recognize. I want to bring it out as the representatives of the Nigerian community. You see that what I really want to, maybe the question should have been, obviously in the UK there are English, Chinese, Ghanaians, and all of that. In fact, not just all of that, there are also Nigerian girls. But what we're seeing is that Nigerian guys are really, really going out for Zimbabwean girls.
Intentionally.
And this is the melting pot, whereby Zimbabwe guys are beginning to beef Nigerian men. And some of them are intimidated and some of them are angry. So it's either you see them being intimidated or being angry that once they see Niger guys show, they know that they catch the attention of their girls. Of course, a man will not tell you, maybe ladies, but guys will not tell you that leave our girls. But you can see it from their reaction that leave our girls, and their girls also, they are showing it off. You know, like Nigerians, you say, we don't leave it now, we don't find better, better. So, what is it about Nigerians that is attracting attracting your girls, and what is it about your girls that is attracting Niger guys? So we need to really notice.
Let me tell you what the girls like about Nigerian men.
Okay.
Most of the Nigerian men are huge. Even if a Nigeria versus Zimbabwe football.
Okay.
I remember 2 tall guys, Kanu.
Yes. Maybe Olise, Sunday Olise, yes.
And some of our strikers were like, it was the proportion was like that. And when you ask their age, they are very young.
And Gigi mentioned about height the other time that before she will have talked about height. So
I'm telling you later to say Nigerian boys, they don't hesitate to spend on a woman.
Right.
They use money.
Yeah.
They spend. For us, our girls, the way they were trained is not to easily accept gifts from a man.
Okay.
Because the belief is no man will spend a lot of money on you and not take you to bed.
Okay, and you said they were not trained to accept.
Yes.
Or are you actually saying they are not even trained to demand it?
If
it's not in our nature
to ask, to demand for it.
Finds out that Tessa is demanding money from a boyfriend before she's married, she will be beaten.
Oh wow.
Asking money from a boyfriend is a sign of a prostitute.
Okay.
Because you want to get money from a guy who has not married you. If he gives you money, what does he want in return?
You give him in return.
And for sure, Nigerian guys, you have to agree, most of the Nigerian guys, they spend money on a woman so they can take them to bed.
Oh, do you want me to tell you?
I'm only proving why some of them they receive that money, but the first time they will be shivering. They know we are doing something bad. Our girls, they know it. They will be beaten for having a present from a man that has not married them. But as time went on, they became so materialistic that because as Zimbabwean men, we know our girls are trained not to be taking gifts from us. We don't easily part with our money for someone I'm not marrying. So Nigerian guys, they don't joke. They buy cars, they buy this, they buy this. But the few that I experienced or the few that I've met, they end up, like I tell you, when I came to university here, it was easier for a Nigerian guy in my class to cohabit with a girl and not feel. For us, I'm trained. I cannot live with a woman if I'm married. I'm shivering. A girl cannot come and sleep in my house. But the Nigerians would easily do that because they would have spent their money on the girl. The girl accepting your gift, they are saying, I'm taking your gift, in exchange I'm giving you my body.
That's a silent message, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, a girl will say no when a guy buys a car and say, I don't want to sleep with you. Do you think she can do that? And the Nigerian guy will say, oh no, it's okay, I just love you.
No, definitely. He has invested. I mean, they can say no.
The Nigerian guy will not stop. He can spend 3 years just to sleep with the girl.
I mean, to your point, is it that Nigerian girls were not taught to demand? I think they were. Because actually the Yoruba culture is also very conservative, very traditional, very religious. But I think the influence of the Western culture hit Nigeria quicker than other African countries, even though Zimbabwe has a long history with the English, but I think the American culture, especially through Hollywood movies. So I think we picked up all of those Hollywood, American Dream, and all of that. It quickly influenced our culture, whereby Nigerian girls started behaving more like the Black American icons, the pop stars, the women. And so you find out that an average Nigerian guy has been trained by a Nigerian girl to always spend. You know that you're not even going to get attraction or get anywhere if you are not, even for the one that is not demanding, you know that your other guy is going to outcompete you. So the competition is high and everything. So it's natural. So what has happened is we come over to this place and we find these ladies who are all, wonderful, beautiful, and they are not even looking at your pocket, or they are not even looking at that. So I think that attraction just comes in. But before I go to that, I was going to talk about actually girls from other countries, maybe Zimbabwe. They underestimate how much a Nigerian can give just to sleep with you. A Nigerian can close his account for you.
Wow.
Just to sleep with you. Why? He knows he will make another. That does not mean he wants to marry you.
There we go.
So that is giving you is not a commitment that is going to marry you.
So, Pastor.
Yes.
At what point does a Nigerian man decide, okay, I will marry? At what point?
I mean, a number of things come to play. And of course, we have to segregate. We have to know where we are talking. Okay, we are talking about general Nigerians or God-fearing Nigerians. So obviously, with the general, most young men, they don't realize this, that there is a stage that you come into in your life that before you get to that stage, you don't have any feeling of wanting someone in your close space. You don't even find the need to find a girl, stay with you, waking up with you. You don't want it. You are not ready to settle down yet. Most men are not ready to settle down. No matter how good you are as a woman, no matter how ready you are to settle down, if you meet a man that is not yet ready to settle down, it does not matter how good you are. He is not ready to settle down. You cannot make him ready. How good you are does not matter anything. And you can give all. So someone will say, I have given my body, I have sponsored him in school, I have done all of this, and yet he did not marry me. Why? You did not watch to see if he was ready. So there are signs that you will see when I was ready to get married. When I am going home, I am sad because I know I am going to my house alone. So you see a guy with this big house and he's still happy, and when he is ready to get married, you will see that he will start complaining, I'm going to that lonely house. I'm sure my camera guy now is not even feeling, when he's going to his bedroom, he's not feeling lonely about there is no woman in the house. But there's a stage you get to as a man that you are going to your 3-bedroom apartment, and you now start noticing that you are feeling this lonely something. You never felt it before. Before, you are happy. No girl is at home. You are actually happy without solitude. So you start seeing that sign. Yes, it's when you meet a man at that stage, then you know he's ready. Then number 2, you look at immediately you start the relationship, he's wanting to meet your family. He's wanting to meet your family. You say, okay, can you just I just want you to meet my friends. We have a case like that, We said we want to meet him. No, the guy doesn't want to meet us. Now you need to know something about Nigerians. They are goal-getters. Mm-hmm. And if you are their goal, mm-hmm, they are not going to leave you on the shelf. Oof.
Right.
Because we know competition. We are people who have been trained in competition. And once we spot what we want, we know for us to spot it, there are other sharp guys. In fact, we know we are lucky to find her, in that state. We want to take her off the shelf quickly. So immediately you see us asking, when can I see your parents? I want to come to your house. I want to meet your elder. I was the one telling my wife. She was like, no, let's not go and meet what elder. She was saying, this elder, I will be scared of that elder. I said, let's go to the elder. What is the elder? Do you understand? That is a Niger guy for you. We are on the front foot. If we want you, we are the one I want to meet your parents. I want to meet this. I want to meet that.
So I think all you Nigerian guys have come to realize that when it comes to you getting a Zimbabwean lady, you really don't have much competition from a Zimbabwean guy.
Yeah.
Because the Zimbabwean guy is not spending as much as the Zimbabwean guy want.
Yeah.
So would you feel unsafe or threatened to take your Zimbabwean girlfriend to a place or a Nigerian function where there are loads of Nigerians? Do you feel that, if they see my beautiful wife, they might want to spend on her, so I mustn't go with it? Are you comfortable, before you were married, to take Tessa to a Nigerian party where there are other Nigerian guys who are willing to spend?
Okay. And I think that comes back. Thank you for that question. It's a good question. That comes back to another side. You've talked about the spending side. And which is the side of the men, why the Zimbabwean ladies are attracted to the Nigerian men.
Yeah.
But we need to talk about why Nigerian men are attracted to Zimbabwean girls. I think number one on the list is they are more feminine. They are more feminine. They've retained their feminine nature and upbringing, whereas the Nigerian girls, they've lost their femininity to a large extent. They've become more masculine. To be chasing money is masculine, it's not feminine. To be loud, maybe you walk in the wards, you see Nigerian girls, they've become loud. Why? They say, I can say my mind. Why? They've started copying Nigerian men because they've been around Nigerian men too long. Because a Nigerian man says his mind. So a Nigerian woman too is now thinking that as a Nigerian, especially now I'm in the UK, I have my rights. I can also be speaking. And that turns off men. Men want to be able to talk, yet they want that calm presence. They want that peaceful presence. So that feminine nature is very attractive, especially to alpha males. And most Nigerian men, they're alpha males. That is, their masculinity is very high. So a masculine man is not going to marry a masculine woman because it means he's marrying himself. He wants the opposite. So most Zimbabwean ladies, they are feminine, which means they are still traditional. I'm getting to your question now. When you find a Zimbabwean lady, you discover that our ability to be faithful is still preserved.
It is.
Because when you got her, she was not looking for money. You know that our loyalty will not be bought with money. But when you meet a lady that the reason why you got her is because you outspent her boyfriend, you know that when someone that is richer than you comes, they are gone. Yeah. You are not sure. So that already brings, the man is not sure. So the man is looking at your phone. He's looking at this. The man is saying, don't go out because he doesn't know who you're going to meet. He's insecure. And then the lady will say the man is insecure is because there's something about you that is making him insecure. But when he found you, discovered that you didn't even look at his money. And in fact, he knew that there are other men that have more money, yet she chose you, whereas there are better people in terms of money. So you won't have that concern.
Really. The Zimbabwean girls, we have a Zimbabwean girl here. Why are we finding more Zimbabwean girls going for Nigerian men? Because you have ruled out money. So what do you want from these guys?
Sweet. They are
romantic.
They know where to spend,
what to say. What?
Let's talk about being romantic. Let's talk about being romantic.
So, men will not buy flowers, but the Nigerian men will.
But it depends where the Zimbabwean men
grew up.
Right. A big number of Zimbabwean men buy flowers, but you know why they stopped buying flowers? You buy flowers in this girl. Say, what do I do? What do I do with the flowers? So you buy flowers for a Zimbabwean woman, probably spend like 60, 80 pounds, 120 or 200. Then you find those flowers thrown everywhere. I'm like, what am I doing? I tell you a very fun story. My friend just got married and he decided to be romantic to his wife. So it was on Valentine and he decided to prepare dinner under the candle for his wife. His wife is coming, lights off, candle, everything.
Oh, wow.
And the woman was like, she went and she put all the lights, and she said, you are trying to be American. You are not American. You have killed my romance. But it is that Nigerian man.
The elder, let's talk to that.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone about this. Like, I was saying, you have to learn to love people based on their terms, not on your terms. So you must be smart enough to know what the other person calls love. So, because what I call love is not what you call love. It's a big issue among married couples because they come to counseling or they are talking to you and like, I am doing this, I buy my wife gifts, I put money in our account, I spoil her with all of these things, and yet she's behaving this way. Whereas you ask the person, how much time are you spending with her? Next to nothing. Because it's on 12-hour shift every time, she's over the place. And what the woman, her love language is spending time with her. So all of those gifts is your own way. Maybe you are the one that likes gifts. You like being bought gifts. So because of that, you are thinking your wife will appreciate gifts, whereas she just wants a time with you. And you are saying, it is because I want to buy gifts for you. That's why I'm going on a shift of 12 hours. Do you understand? And this goes to also Nigerian men or Africans that date English ladies.
Yes. English
ladies, they are used to going to eat outside. Eat out. Probably you even met them in the pub, going out. Now, because you want to impress them, you are doing shift. She's gone back to her last boyfriend because you are not there. So we must be smart to know the love language of your wife, what she values as love, even though it does not make sense to you. The Nigerian guy, what is flower to me? I was living in Plymouth. Plymouth by bus is 6 hours from here, from Southampton here. But I got our address. It was not even our house because I don't think our parents didn't know me then, so I couldn't send it to our address. I got some outfit that sent flower to her. Flowers with this teddy bear and everything to our workplace. To me, it does not make sense, but I know her. I know she's going to be everything to her. I did that for her. You understand? So it doesn't have to make sense to me. But men, they always want to do what makes sense to them. No, you have to find out what makes sense to her, and it might not even cost you much. That's even the funny thing.
Just to go back a little bit, and in summary as well, besides money, I felt for me personally, it was the assertiveness. He knew what he wanted. And as a girl, I was working so I could travel around everywhere. And even when I'm in Zimbabwe, I just felt that guys were intimidated by me. Yeah. You're coming talking to me, and the thing is, I wasn't even looking at your money, but already your demeanor, everything about you're already saying this girl won't like me. So why would I like you if you're not confident about yourself?
Prove them wrong.
Yeah. When my friend introduced me to her, she sent back to my friend that, does she know I'm tall? That's literally what she told my friend. That, can you ask him? Does he know I'm tall? Yeah. And the two of us were laughing. We were laughing, not because I'm even taller, but I was just like, what's my problem with you? I'm not intimidated. I'm not intimidated by that. So I don't know if men that she's been meeting, they've been intimidated by that or something.
No, I think what Tessa is saying, it depends with the class of the Zimbabwean men you were meeting. For example, Tessa came here, went to school, graduated, got a job. People of her age who did not have the opportunity she had, it meant in terms of material and resources, she was a level higher than these boys. So the way we are trained as Zimbabwean men is we have to be above our ladies in terms of providing.
That's where the problem is. I mean, we are going to be 100% on this podcast.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
obviously when I met Tessa, she was above me.
Yeah.
In the sense that, number one, I was coming on an immigrant visa.
Yeah.
She was already British. So that alone, a UK setting, she's already above, right? So she's already working, where she was working is higher than where I was working. But there is something about Nigerian men. There is this confidence. That confidence, it does not, even if you are the daughter of the queen.
Yeah.
The problem you have is that you came around here, you can hear me talk. In fact, the higher the level, the more the confidence. So we have this. You
need to realize why Zimbabwe.
So we have this natural confidence.
Because Zimbabwean ladies, because they are used to be looked after and to be provided.
Okay.
Once they raw changes, they get confused and they take out their role as women away. They say they now to be they want to be the father of the house. So if a guy comes to Gigi and Gigi has got their own house, they own this.
Gigi seems to agree with you actually.
And then Gigi says, "Oh, love, let's get married. Let's stay. We'll be staying in my house." When I'm sleeping in that house, I'm not comfortable. I'm not.
No, but that's also true of Nigerian men as well.
But because these guys have failed to understand that opportunities differ, they then change to become the head of the family based on them providing more. So the guys would rather stay away from trouble.
Oh, but that's the thing. That's the problem.
Stay away from trouble.
I think the average mindset of a Nigerian guy is he believes in himself and he believes that he's going to make it. He knows even if I'm going to ask a rich girl out, I'm going to out-provide her very soon. They don't limit themselves. They don't limit themselves by where they have. So that confidence is there. You are trained to provide everything. No matter how rich your wife is, it is your pride. So even if you are marrying a rich girl, you don't give up on yourself. You are going to assert your role as the husband and as the head of the family.
Well, just to round up, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a very strong-willed person. I know what I want and I go for it with full force. But I found that Reverend was that kind of person that he will give me the space to do what I need. He's not intimidated by my visions and plans. He supports me fully. But he's also that person that if I'm starting to go away too far, he'll tell me stop. And he's very firm in his, when he says stop, you know that it means stop.
And do you stop?
And I stop. And
but then some have a problem when they say stop, and then the girl say, "Who are you? I provide for you here."
Nigerian women, did you say? The camera guy said Nigerian women.
Yeah.
Guys, this is House of Tigers. Thank you for listening to our segment. This was the teaser on intermarriages. You have been informed. Keep watching the space. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See you.